So, what if our relentless search for quick answers is actually making us less intelligent? It's a wild idea, right? Today, we're going to dive into a kind of hidden grammar of our world, one that actually thrives on uncertainty. This is a concept from the work of Laurentiu Lupu that might just change how you think about thinking itself. I know it's a pretty provocative question, but seriously, think about it for a second. In our constant drive for efficiency and certainty, are we accidentally training our brains to be worse at their most important job? I mean, you feel it every single day, don't you? This relentless pressure. The culture is just screaming at us, decide faster. We're constantly pushed to turn that messy, ambiguous reality into a neat and tidy decision, to close the loop. And the ultimate goal? It's all about resolution time. Get the answer, now. And look, this isn't just some casual preference. This is the entire architecture of the world we've built. So this all leads us to what you could call the cult of quick answers. Our whole idea of productivity is built on this one metric, resolution time. How fast you can get from a question to an answer. And somewhere along the way, we started mistaking that speed for genuine intelligence. But what if that whole idea is completely backward? What if the real goal of thinking isn't to eliminate uncertainty, but to actually engage with it? Well, this is where we find your brain's highest gear. Okay, so here's the core reframe. We all live by this myth that uncertainty is a mental burden that has to be eliminated as fast as possible. But the neuroscience tells a totally different story. The reality is that uncertainty is the brain's most sophisticated and powerful state. It's that moment your mind truly fires on all cylinders. And listen, there is a real cost to our impatience. As Lupu writes, when you eliminate uncertainty prematurely, you are not rescuing the brain from burden. You are switching off its highest gear. Just let that sink in. Every time we rush to an answer, we're actively downgrading our own thinking. And this isn't just some cool philosophical idea. There's real hard science here. A massive meta-analysis looked at the data from 76 different fMRI studies to see what really happens inside our heads. And it found that when we're faced with uncertainty, a whole network of our most advanced brain regions just lights up. We're talking about the anterior insula, the inferior frontal gyrus, the ACC, all these heavy hitters. These aren't your brain's backup systems, no way. They are the most metabolically expensive, evolutionarily advanced parts of our brain. This is the cognitive A-team, and uncertainty is what calls them into action. This leads to a crucial concept Lupu calls uncertainty as grammar. The idea here is that uncertainty isn't a glitch in our understanding. It's the fundamental language of reality itself. Our brains didn't just evolve to tolerate it. They evolved from it. They are literally built to operate in that powerful state of not yet knowing. So if our brain is built for uncertainty, what happens when we actually lean into it? We discover something powerful, the ambiguity creativity loop. The research shows this incredible self-reinforcing cycle. When you tolerate ambiguity, it enhances your creativity. Then, engaging in those creative tasks actually builds your tolerance for more ambiguity. It's a positive feedback loop, and it's powered by just one thing: genuine curiosity, not external rewards. But what happens when we break that loop? What's the price we pay for our obsession with quick answers? Well, that brings us to the cost of false certainty. And the consequences are severe. An inability to tolerate uncertainty leads to anxiety-driven decisions, a preference for smaller, immediate rewards, and a heightened perception of threats. It even drives procrastination. Lupu calls the collective result contemporary intellectual poverty. And that's not a lack of information, it's a lack of the ability to hold complexity. And this isn't just about day-to-day decisions. A 2024 study in Nature Communications found that the ability to engage with uncertainty is a key predictor of cognitive longevity, of keeping your mind sharp as you age. As this skill declines, so does overall cognitive control. So this isn't just about creativity, it's about the long-term health of our minds. Now, this might all sound a bit grim, but here's the empowering pivot. Tolerating uncertainty isn't a fixed trait you're born with. It's a learnable skill. And this skill actually has a name, coined way back in 1817 by the poet John Keats, negative capability. He defined it as the ability to remain in uncertainty and doubt without an irritable reaching after fact and reason. Keats saw it as the key to poetry. Well, it turns out it's also the key to letting your brain's powerful inference engine do its best work.
So, in the spirit of everything we've just discussed, we're going to end this a little differently. Instead of a neat summary, we're going to leave you with some questions we deliberately won't answer. All right, here's the first one from Lupu to chew on. If uncertainty is the brain's native state, its preferred way of operating, then why is our entire knowledge infrastructure, our schools, our search engines, our workplaces, built to do the exact opposite? And what about the next generation? If our digital world resolves every single question in seconds, every ambiguous social moment in a notification, what kind of minds are we raising? What capacity are we training out of them before they even develop it? And finally, a challenging one for all of us, how much of what we value as confident expertise is really just a failure of nerve, a deep discomfort with not knowing, dressed up in the language of authority? We'll leave you with this final thought. We're taught to see uncertainty, what Lupu calls hazard, as the problem to be solved. But what if the hazard isn't the problem? What if the hazard is the medium? The very environment our brains were built to thrive in. Learning to breathe in that medium might just be the most important skill of all.